having met like Simon, he came to my college to do a talk. I was approached by this college in East London called Access to Music, and they had when I was like doing my artist project just on my own, I put out, a friend of mine shot a video for me. It was like, cost like £200 or something, and it was featuring an MC from London called Michael Payne from East London, and then we put this video up online, and then the college saw the video, and they were inviting different types of writers and artists in to talk to the students about different ways of putting out music. So I was, at the time I was like unpublished, unmanaged, no label. I was just like putting, totally DIY. So whilst I was at the college, I spoke to all the students, and and then Jess Glynne like approached me afterwards and was like, hey, like I like your stuff, it would be great to come down to the studio and just jam sort of thing. Because I always like, that was like one of my main things in the talk. I was like saying that it doesn't matter what people have done before, if they've had hits or if they've had music out, it doesn't mean whether you've done that or not makes you a better or worse writer than somebody, do you know what I mean? So that was my thing. I was like, you could be sat in the room with people now who could be, the best person to collaborate with. So you should just be like, hey, let's get in the jam sort of thing. So literally, Jess approached me afterwards, and she was like, yeah, let's work together. And I was like, cool. And so she sent me the SoundCloud link of a couple of songs. I was like, oh, you got a nice voice. Come down to the studio. So I didn't really think anything. I just thought, oh, she seems like a really cool girl, and I love her voice, and that was it. And so then we just started to work together for like 6 to 8 months.
Right.
And just having fun really, and just. Yeah, because the first session we did was a song called Home, and that became her first release like online. It wasn't like a massive single, but it was her first thing that she put out to the world with a video and stuff. And that was the first session that we ever did, and it was just like, it was so at the time it was so free, because there wasn't anybody saying you have to make a pop hit, you have to do this. It was just literally like, cool, what do we feel like writing? Let's just vibe. Like, I like working with you, you like working with me, what do we feel like doing? And that was it. And then I think she had been on like a works do. Like she used to work for like a drinks company, and she'd been like on this works do or something, and it was like a bit crazy. So then we literally were like, what should we write about? Okay, tell us about the works do and what's happened. So we literally sat down and we put like a loop of music with Bless Beats, the producer, and and we were like, just sit down and tell us about the night. So she kind of like was speaking it, but then she did it in melody as well. So then it sounds a little bit disjointed, but then what we did is we chopped up the best parts and then like stuck it all together, and then that was literally the song. And so then it's like really, it's kind of like disjointed, but it worked sort of thing. So and that was how we started.